It's finally time for YouTube Idol's final stage. Watch the previous clip for an introduction.
Not that I want you not to say, but if you only knew how easy it would be to show me how you feel. More than words is all you have to do to make it real. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me, 'cause I'd already know.
What would you do if my heart was torn in two?
More than words to show you feel that your love for me is real.
What would you say if I took those words away?
Then you couldn't make things new just by saying I love you.
La-di-da,
La-di-da-di-da-di-da. More than words.
I really love that you put this in harmonies. Your voices come together beautifully. It's almost like a piece of art. I would have wanted your voices in a little bit of echo though, as the music is an echo, so it sounds a bit misplaced. And CeeeX is a little bit overpowering at the harmonies, so you should have raised the volume on Harlee's vocals. And to you, CeeeX, I must say it's a shame that you don't feel confident with your voice, as you really do have a great singing voice, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So please try to believe in yourself a bit more, because I think what eventually could be your downfall is self-doubt, and you do deserve to be here. Harlee, you were also good and your voice is beautiful, however it was a bit shaky on the lowest note, and I also expected a bit more of you since your previous entry was so amazing. In my opinion, your previous entry was stronger. You had a stronger voice with more sensitivity and emotion in it, and I think you should try to find back to that, because that really blew me away. I was surprised as I thought your audition was emotionless and robotic, and your first entry was the most emotional of all for me. I really think you came a long way, and this time you stepped back a bit, I think, but you still did good. Other than that, I thought this was very enjoyable, and both of you should be proud.
This is where the job of a judge becomes really hard, simply because this piece is so beautiful. I love a good country song, and that's exactly what you've created here. Your voices both have that soft, gentle tone that many country songs tend to have, and that's something to be really proud of. Your harmonies are on point, and I love how you lined up the lyrics and rhythm so well, which is something really difficult to do, especially over the internet when you're working together like this. A great man once said that if you're doing it right, then people won't notice that you're doing anything at all, which is exactly why I don't really have much to say outside of that it's beautiful. I think this piece is exactly that, right, for you. And I encourage that you to explore more singing options in this genre, just because you both sound so amazing. Thank you for this great opportunity to hear you singing, and thank you for working so hard to get as far as you are.
You guys did a lovely duet. The song choice was great, the singers are fabulous, and I particularly like the harmonies. You have a great connection together through song, and the way your voices melt together in those harmony sections are beautiful. Now, talking individually, I'll start with CeeeX. You have a lovely tone to your voice. However, Occasionally during the song, you seem to, I guess, almost forget that you were singing a love song. By this, I mean you revert back to just giving it all. That's great, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for in a love song. I want to feel the emotion of the song. I want to feel like every word you are singing comes straight from your heart. But I'm afraid I didn't really feel it from your singing. As for Harlee, again, a really gorgeous voice. It was gentle, it was sweet, it was everything a love song should sound like. I felt like you meant every word you sang. I felt like you were reliving a love you had or have and using that to sing through.
そういう日が心の端に灯るいつの間にか燃え広がる熱情私の情不規則に飛び回りあなたの手に妊婦のつけた絡み合う指ほどいて唇からしたいと許されないことならば抱き寄せてほしい確かめてほしい間違いなどないんだと思わせたキスをして塗り替えてほしい魅惑の時においしい溺れたいたいの束縛してもっと必要として愛しいなら執着をもしつけておかしいのがたまらなく好きになるいけるとこまで行けばいいよ迷い込んだ心なら簡単に溶けてゆく優しさなんて感じる今などないくらい繰り返したのはあの夢じゃなくて真面目もない現実の私たち生まれてから戻れないと知るそれがいいの誰よりも大切なあなた
Two very different voices that contrasted surprisingly well. I wasn't sure if a duet between the two of you would work, but I'm pleasantly surprised and I think it sounded really nice. As I don't speak Japanese, I had to guess what you were singing about. Listening to the song, I felt like the emotion you were trying to put across was fear, perhaps from forbidden love. I translated the lyrics to find that the song is actually about that, so very well done for portraying the message well, without having any words that I could understand to express it.
Okay, first of all, Phoebe, your voice is so f***ing beautiful. It is perfect in this genre and I really think you stood out. Maybe because you have a really high voice so it stands out more from the music. I think you two are an interesting combo. On one hand we have Katerinu who has a really strong voice and on the other hand we have Phoebe who has a really soft voice. I think both of you bring two different but important elements of music. Katerinu brings the power and wow factor and Phoebe brings the adorable and heartwarming factor. I really love the mix of Phoebe's high voice and Katerinu's deep voice. You sound so professional. However, and this is a big however, I don't think it was your smartest choice to sing in Japanese for this theme. This time I really needed you to bring the point across of the theme, which is conveying emotions. And since I don't understand a word in Japanese, I didn't feel anything. The only reason I know it's a love song is because I looked up the lyrics. Otherwise it could have been any kind of song really. The only thing that made it good was the fact that your voices are amazing, and it's a good song. But again, I didn't feel the love, and that's something that really ruined it for you. I'm sorry.
I'll try to keep this short and succinct. I'm sure you don't want to listen to me drag on and on about your singing, so let's get right to it. First things first, I want to commend you for your attempt to sing in Japanese. It's definitely a difficult language, even more so when you're trying to sing it rhythmically. Also, I just really love this genre of music, and I want to congratulate you on your success in portraying a language that I assume isn't your first. As always, your individual voices are simply amazing. You are competent and confident in your ability and quality of your voice, and that definitely shows. I simply love the contrast between your voices too. Katerinu's deeper, more mature voice and Phoebe's higher, younger sounding voice complement each other wonderfully, achieving a balance where you never really overpower each other or cover up the little nuances of your voices that make them so distinctive and beautiful. I have little negative criticism for this piece, outside of the fact that there are certain short moments where your voices may lose a bit of their rich tone. This is especially true at those times when Katerinu attempts to sing at what seems to be her higher register. All in all, this is a gorgeous cover of an amazing song. Thank you for allowing me to listen to this and trusting me to judge your singing. I hope this commentary allows you to move on in your musical careers, and I hope you take it to heart and do something good with it. Thank you very much.
Starts with a coincidence, an unavoidable scene. From far away I can see a spot of red fleeing.
Deep within the mysterious woods, I came upon a black shade, feeling that this was the start of something. I ran away afraid.
Our meeting was
meant to come
to an end,
and so I chose
deliberately to take the longer way around. I wanna meet you, or I wanna touch you, or I wanna talk to you, but unthinkable, the delicate you and the dangerous me. Our meeting has only one ending, and it's unfair that we are bound to this curse of fate that will never change. Why did you have to be? Why did I have to be the wolf and Little Red Riding Hood? I'm sure that you will walk again today on this route. And like always, I can't do anything except watch over you.
like every day you are hiding today beyond that tree. So as I walk past, I pretend that I don't see anything.
My gaze,
You'll never catch it.
my voice,
You'll never hear.
only your sighs will overlap with one another. I cannot meet you and I cannot touch you and I cannot talk to you, but it is okay. The helpless you and the incompetent me. As long as we are here, I'm happy. If this is not what you would call love, then I do not see the need for words. No matter how much I think about it, our ending will always stay the same.
There are few singers brave enough to attempt to sing a translation of a foreign piece, and you two are surely in this select group. It's tough trying to sing a translation in that they can be somewhat awkward grammatically and rhythmically, causing some real discrepancies when compared to the original language. Before I get into the real commentary though, I just want to point out that I'm a huge sucker for male voices, so I may be somewhat biased concerning Ryan's voice. You both have nice, strong voices that really fit the vocal traits of the original song, and your solos sound excellent, truly showcasing your voices. However, there are some real prevalent problems that must be addressed, however little I like this part. Your sound becomes really muddy near the middle of the song, where it hits its climax. Your duet singing clashes rather than harmonizing, and this is especially because you don't seem to be lined up lyrically, causing a lot of dissonance and delay. Although there is work to be done, this is still a great piece, and you both did great job singing it. Thank you, and I hope you take this commentary and use it to become better singers and performers.
I don't think this song did either of your voices justice. I've heard both of you sing much better. Also, it wasn't the best song for the theme of love songs. If it wasn't for the lyrics, I'd think it was an anime opening song. You both exhibited your voices well in the solo sections, but the voices just didn't sound nice when they came together. There was some pitchiness in the unison sections, and during the contrapuntal parts when your voices would be heard one after another, it seemed as though you were battling each other rather than singing a love song to each other.
Ryan and Toony, I find myself enjoying the solo parts more than the duo parts, which shows that maybe you two were not the best match. This is probably due to the fact that your original partners, Mariah and Rose, both dropped out of the competition. You will not get any extra points for that though, but the good news is that I think you did pretty good with what you had. However, I sense some insecurity on some notes for you, Ryan. I think your voice sounds cute in this, Toony, and both of you have a good vibrato technique. Well done, but I wasn't exactly blown away. If you had picked a more emotional song, it would have been better for this theme.
And those were the last entries for this round. The rest have either dropped out or missed the episode. See you soon with the result.